in a giving mode all the time? Are we being too kind? I'd like your thoughts on it. But I am going to start off with a prayer. And I know this is a hard time of year for most people, so I'm going to do the Harry Edwards healing prayer again. So bear with me a second. Divine Spirit, may I be thankful for all the blessings I already have. Grant me relief from pain and sickness, protect me from all ills, and grant me good health in the days to come. Remove all causes of imperfection, and bring thy healing ministers close to me, that I may be conscious of their presence and so receive guidance and inspiration. Grant me courage and fortitude to overcome all adversity. Let me be conscious of thy strength in all times of need. In all times of need. Grant me confidence to overcome my fears and not to anticipate harm. Teach me how to live rightly in thy sight, to do only that which is right and true. I pray that good guidance and right influencing will inspire all thy peoples to be as brothers, one to the other, and that peace shall endure for all time. Amen. And yes, my loving thoughts go out to anyone struggling with the season. I have for the last decade. So I've got my own reasons, and I'm sure anybody else who's struggling has their own reasons. And for that, I'm sending out loving thoughts to you. Now, I don't have a helper today, so I'm doing it solo. So we have Jing up first. I'm going to put the list up because Jing made it into the queue quickly. And Jing, if you can pop up and say hi. And not in the viewers. Oh yes, Jing is there. So hopefully, Jing, you can pop up and say hi. Yes, there you are. You got in first. And I'm picking up that when I was talking about being too kind, yes, I've transformed into a reindeer, Sylvie. I'm going to be working hard over the next couple of days. Yes, you were early today, Jing. I'm picking up that when I was talking about kindness, this season you actually have been, but you've been receiving in return. People have started being kind to you in return, which is counterproductive to the topic I was going to get onto. Can you understand that, Jing? You're starting to see people's kindness? Just a yes or a no. And thank you for the sub. 15 months of subbing, 11 months subversary. So 11 months of subbing consecutively. I'm blessed. You haven't. Okay, I'm going to see what the cards say because my guides told me to keep going. I feel there's been a recent request of you to make or to bring something. You know how when you get together with friends you bring a bottle of wine? Traditionally. I get there's been a recent request for you to bring something. You're sad and disappointed about your love interest. Sitting in sadness, Jing, not the way to go. I should really put that on my YouTube. how to remain positive because when we vibe at negative, we only attract negative. So if you're disappointed about your love interest recently, sitting in that disappointment only brings more. Okay. I want to say it's more than just a disappointment, Jing. It's taken over your mind. It's taken over every thought. Yeah, you're still seeing what could have been. Yeah. I think I've said this before on my streams. Don't allow anyone to live rent-free in your head. If they're not doing what you expect, you've verbalized it, and they're still living rent-free in your head, it doesn't make sense, does it? You're desiring karma, Jing. I'm going, and I know I'm taking this off someone, can't recall who it is at the moment, but rejection's God's protection, and drinking poison, Darren McGee says, drinking poison is trying for revenge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It's not going to happen. But I'm also picking up that you, Jing, are not sensing your true value. I feel the urgency has to do with you desiring to be taken care of. And I get a bit of envy here. It's like other people you know are taken care of and you're desiring the same. Believe it or not, your personal life is going quite well. Okay. I feel there's a shock in you, Jing, of how badly this person has treated you. Or how badly you let them treat you is more to the point. Because I'm picking up that you knew this person was treating you badly. And I feel you stayed because it was financially okay. I do see something changing quickly, and it has to do with family. It has to do with getting, as I said right at the start, getting together with people and being asked to bring along something to contribute. You're feeling it as a pressure. I'm feeling it as inclusion. Kerpatu, welcome in. And yes, I'm being very careful with my card selections because, yeah, I get that you're feeling pressure, Jing, but try and allow the person not to have any space in your head that they get for free. Because I see your personal life, you as an individual, your life going really well. You're wanting to know if things will actually turn around. No, I don't see they will. I feel like time is standing still. Yeah, I get that pressure. But take something to mother, because I feel that energy is, you might feel it as pressurized. And something that I discovered this week, and some of you may have discovered it before me, is that people that really sincerely care about you, Blue Moss Dragonette, welcome in. People who sincerely care about you can sometimes say hurtful things. They're not meant to hurt. If you look at what is actually being said, it could be to help you get to a place of better. Yeah, that's all I see. I see, look, you've got the 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords in one reading, Jing. And the Tower. To me, that is nightmare energy. Yes, but look at what is being said. Chaos Sucks, welcome in. Jing, look at what is being said. If people who care about you want the best for you, so look at what's being said. Is it because they want the best, or is it because they have a standard? And when it comes to mothers, I always say you would not be here if it wasn't for your mother. They deserve at least that one respect, that you're here because of your mother. Have a think about that and see how it resonates with you, Jing, because I do feel that there is a blessing there, and it's said with kindness, it's said with nurturing. So it's said with wanting the best for you. But remember, don't let anybody live rent-free in your head. You might have to share space with them, but that's the one place where you can kick them out. So hopefully that resonates, Jing. Okay, now, let's see. Yeah, don't let them live rent-free in your head. It's the only place you've got total control of. And I feel they're living rent-free all the time. But do something nice for mother. I feel there's a good thing coming out of that. Yes, you can have a question, Circa, no worries. And it is you, so fire away with your question. I do tune into your energy first, as always. As always. As always. I forgot to do this. Jingle bells. I'm going to do that in between every reading. Is it going to get annoying? Yeah! And I haven't had a chance to read Twitch's Career Money Projects next year. Thank you, Chaos. I haven't had a chance to read Twitch's new nudity policy thing they've got. And so I'm going to be very cautious with the cards. But my guides do pick the card decks, so Okay. Oh, you are all about career and money. Circa, can you understand having to walk away from a project? Yeah, I don't know what's involved either, Chaos. I'm going to have to do some research because I've got very artsy decks. So I'll just be careful until I find out. Circa, can you understand about having to walk away from a money project because it didn't work out? Oh, how do you show support? Run away fast. You can donate bits. Yes, I haven't set up my Ko-fi. Bad me. Then what is it I see you walking away from? I feel you've walked away from an idea. If it's not a past money project, it's an idea. And it's a feeling there's too many doing the same thing. And that relates to a past project. There you go. You have mixed feelings about... Well, if you feel the time's not right, don't walk away. Do your project as a side hustle. I believe it can be a side hustle. But I feel there's flatmates that need to be worked around. Or housemates, however you want to call it, that need to be worked around. Let's see what we have with the cards. I get no matter what comes up here, you're going to take the leap. You feel like if you leave your idea any longer, somebody else will pursue it. Yeah, I get carefree, jump in, but I feel that this is already your energy. Just be wary. Carefree, jumped in. I've done it where I worked in the psychology field too. Circa, those skills never ever go to waste. You're emotionally drained. Can you understand that, Circa? I've got the Ace of Cups to the Nine of Wands. Emotionally drained, and also a feeling of it impacting your relationship life. Yeah, a big impact on relationship life. And I feel that's where you're at now. I do believe you can side hustle, whatever the idea is. I believe you can side hustle. Because I do feel if you totally disconnect, there is a monetary loss. But look, you've got the Star card. But remember, follow your dreams wisely, not rapidly. Welcome in, Joey. Follow your dreams wisely, not rash. As in, be smart about it. Take it logically. Develop the side hustle until it can sustain. Allows the nudity of artwork. There we go. As long as it's appropriately labelled as such in the content. Guess what I haven't done? I get that your heart is in your side hustle, Circa. I feel it's related to an online venture. I would check the paperwork though. Check the paperwork. And I feel it's on the surface far removed from psychology. But your heart is in it. Your heart is attached to the idea. Now, being involved in working within psychology, what would you advise yourself to do? Because I feel like your heart is really tied up in the idea succeeding. And there's a comparison to others. Can you understand comparing yourself to others, Circa? I'm glad that you feel like it will be online. But I feel like you're comparing yourself. And I want to say each person is an individual. You know that from your field of work. That everybody has their own struggles. Everybody has their own strengths. I feel like you will... It's tied to the emotions. And if I had to say, it's tied to the emotions and dating. Just remember that the biggest cohort that are looking at dating at the moment are 50 plus. I bet you guys didn't even think that was a thing. I feel there's an idea from the past. An idea that you came up with a while back. And the time is now right to explore that idea. You're on a strong foundation, so I wouldn't necessarily just totally give up work, but maybe negotiate. See if you can do part-time to follow your idea. Just remember, in psychological work, your work is actually tied to a profession that has a governing body. And that governing body may not approve of your idea. That's the only hurdle I see, Circa. That's the only hurdle I see. And I think I mentioned paperwork earlier. It's important to go over the paperwork. But I see you as being quite comfortable now. So there may be some negotiation space. Welcome in, Breenie. I didn't see that, Circa. It doesn't mean it's not. I just didn't see it. I'd tell you if I saw it. I'd tell you if I saw it. Wolfie. You'll have to let me know. Welcome in the chat for the first time, but you'll have to let me know how I can pronounce your name or your handle. But Circa, I'm just getting a repeated check out the paperwork. I feel you've come back from, you've rebirthed yourself several times, and so you're used to the process. But make sure your governing body doesn't have anything against what you're planning, which means checking paperwork. So hopefully that resonates, Circa. Okay, now I have to put the list up because I know Sylvia's probably next in the queue. SCP Wolf. Oh, Wolfie. I'll just stick with Wolfie. I can get my tongue around it. Yes, but we have subs after Sylvie, so I have to boost Sabs. Okay. Now, here we go. This should work now. There you go, Sabs. Hello. Did you see my apology clip from last week? Oh, that was so bad of me. So bad. I didn't do the jingle bells. There we go. I think I've given myself too much to think of, because I've got some deliveries that are coming today. And would you believe it, one of them is another Oracle deck. Someone told me that they were sending me one, so don't know what it is yet. I'll find out when it gets here. Okay. Ooh. Sabs, I'm getting a feeling of hot. A feeling of, whew. Don't tell me you're on fire. Oh, you drank hot cocoa and bad heating. Bad heating I'd stick with. Because it was like I all of a sudden turned the heater on here. Which was bizarre. Oh, heating pad. It was as if I turned the heating on here. Okay. I've got to learn to protect myself against that sort of stuff. It worries me. And my ears are starting to fall off. I think this happened last year. My bunny ears fell off. My reindeer ears, I should say. Not bunny ears. Okay. I'm picking up stress. And I know last week it was happy, but I'm picking up stress. I feel there's been movement in a positive direction, but it's added stress. Okay. I feel this is where there's either been a reduction for the internship, a reduction of application spaces, or there's been an increased number of people in the getting together. Okay. Whatever it is not only impacts you, but it impacts your person. I feel like there's conflicting dates. I feel like there's conflicting dates here. And I feel, yeah, I feel that that conflict, that anxiety, that I've got to choose one. And I feel this is integrally tied to your person as well. Don't tell me the trip is planned on a date connected to the internship. Yeah, it's intertwined with your person. It isn't. Okay. I'm not going to change what I just said. Yeah, overlapping. I get that that overlap has somehow caused stress. You're looking further afield, but your person isn't. Yeah. Could be the other way around. Your person's looking further afield and you just want to deal with today. Because it's a heavy burden. Whatever it is, it's a heavy burden. And it relates to household income. You've chosen that regardless of the outcome, you've chosen your priorities and you're sticking with that. But in choosing your priorities, it's created a tense atmosphere. And I feel you're dealing with it by trying to distance yourself. Yeah. And I feel that the visit that you're doing with your partner, you're in two minds whether you actually wanted to do it in the first place. You don't like talking about the stress. That's fine. But you're distancing yourself. You've got the sun and the moon together. I feel it will pass. I feel it's energy that's day and night. Whatever's causing the tension now, pay in mind that there's a lot of tension surrounding the holidays, a lot of pressures that normally would not exist. And I feel this is one of those because I feel it will pass just as quick as it came in. And Sabs, are you going to redeem an oracle? Yeah. I wouldn't worry about the talking to people. I feel like the talking to people is more about, in Western societies, let's say, the first question people ask is, what do you do for a living? And if your answer involves more than a one-worded question or an occupation, it's difficult. Like, the answer to the question is, I can't go out socialising. And yeah, I can't go out socialising because what am I going to say to them? I'm a psychic. It's like, they don't want to hear that. They want to hear something like I'm a banker. I used to be, but long time ago. Sign of the times, Sabs? Or are you going to surprise me and pick vintage wisdom? Sign of the times. Okay. I love Crystal Banner's decks, and I wish there were more of them, but they're not. Okie dokie. And I feel like there's a respect issue. Oh, Kepitu, sweet dreams, and have a Merry Christmas as well. Okay. Not having much luck with these cards today. Okay, God wants me to take top one. Metamorphosis, the butterfly. That's a pretty good one to draw, actually. Because when I initially turned it over, I heard happiness. And I feel like there's been stress, anxiety, uncertainty. And I feel like the metamorphosis is going into certainty, calmness. And a brightness that's... Hey, horse-drawn portrait. Yes, I've got my reindeer antlers on. I got my jingle bells going. But let's see what this has for Sabs, because other than that, I'm not... Okay. Don't tell me there's something that you're researching that has to do with dot matrix. Now, dot matrix, for anyone that doesn't know, is a really old computer program or printing. Okay. I can't change what I heard. It might be worth a look over, even if it's just a cursory glance. Okay, let's see what Crystal Banner has to say about it. You may be experiencing many changes and even feel like you're transforming into a whole new person. A process that is not always pretty or comfortable. Inside of a chrysalis, caterpillars must break themselves down completely before they can remake themselves as butterflies. You might be in the process of shedding who you used to be by moving away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. But remember, metamorphosis happens over time, and there is no need to rush the process. This painful process of transformation is preparing you for the next step of your journey. You may be considering changing the way you present yourself, including your appearance and interests. Don't hold back, because this is the time to make those changes. The person you are becoming is aligned with your higher self. So free yourself of concerns and welcome the ways you will emerge beautifully transformed. It's a change for the better, making space for the new version of you, opportunity to change, and changes in your social circle. So, Sabs, I just had an epiphany. If you're asked what you do for an occupation, you can always say, let's see, what do I say instead of psychic? I've actually used my Twitch to my advantage. I say I'm a podcaster. That's, people understand that. They know that I have several degrees in several different topics, so they accept it. And I don't need to go into anything else after that. You could always say that you're a promoter of online content. You promote me. So, yes, promoter of online content. There's all these different job titles we can have. But I feel there are changes, rapid changes afoot. Even though this says a metamorphosis is slow, I feel like you've been the caterpillar long enough, the butterfly's going to come out. And free yourself of those concerns. Because I do feel that there's... Yes, it is exciting. I get chills. And I also get one of the flock. Hopefully that resonates to you if I say it that way. Good. But just know the anxiety is temporary. It'll go as quickly as it came. So, Sylvie is next. And then I have to boost a sub. Oh, Leary C, thank you for the gifting subs to the community. Mwah. You're awesome. Oh, yeah, it's just blown my mind. Oh, that deserves the jingle bells. Aussie jingle bells, dashing through the bush in a rusty Holden ute, kicking up the dust, Esky in the boot, Kelpie by my side, singing Christmas songs. Oh, I can't do it. I'll post the link to the Aussie jingle bells later. Oh, Leary C, welcome in. Oh, thank you, Blue Moss Dragonette. Yes, the ho-ho-hos. Doing okay. Doing okay. Just blown away by what Leary C just did. Mwah. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, so next we have Sylvie. Yes, I've got to keep my mind together. I'm multitasking today. No helper. Hello, Sylvie. No helper and deliveries are due today. So I've got to get myself in some sort of mojo. And one of the deliveries is just here. So, Sylvie, I'm going to start tuning into your energy and then I'll do the card read later. Can you understand loneliness? Oh, you've been struggling with energy. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Blue Moss Dragonet. Healing thoughts to you. But Sylvie, can you understand struggling with loneliness at this time of year? It's like I feel separated. And I am going to have to put the Be Right back up. I can hear the delivery at the door. So, Sylvie, I'll be right back.